have become permanently entrapped within the simulation.
Saga. The Six Sword Saga.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Midwest Dungeon Delvers. As you can see, we have a couple of players who are gone from tonight's session, but that's okay. We're gonna do what we can tonight. We may not get like a full 2 episodes worth, but I hope you guys still enjoy our normal storyline after our Christmas one-shot. Thank you again for sticking around those on Twitch. If you're tuning in from YouTube, let's get started with the story. When last we left the retinue, they had just been ushered back into their separate rooms, all the damage and problems gone away from their rooms in the inn. Bramblefoot, you have your Horn of Blasting. Ignis, you've already seen that you're on the nice list, but we'll see about that other wish maybe later.
Okay.
But both of you wake, kind of dazed, lying on your beds, to the innkeeper's voice and some clatter. And then you hear shuffling and clatter in the room, like across the hallway from you, Ignis, where Cryer's room is.
I'll get up and go investigate that.
All right, make a investigation check.
$15 on the die. Let's see. Intelligence. So that is a 16 altogether.
All right. You notice the door seems undisturbed. But as you enter Cryer's room, you notice the window is slightly ajar. And as you begin to investigate the wood around the window, you find small deliberate abrasions on the window latch, like someone used a small tool to like pick it open. And you notice this like really unusual pattern of cleaning of the different things. You see this, the mattress seams themselves are clean. And on the bedside, there's a tiny scrap of crystalline dust that hums softly.
Collect that.
All right, you just...
I go over and knock on Bramblefoot's door.
Dunk.
Yes?
Hey, I need you to come look at this. This seems weird.
Coming. So I open the door.
Yeah?
Did you talk to Crier yesterday or last night?
Not after he stepped out onto the porch.
Did he say that he was going to be clearing out?
No. But then he says not much.
True. I take him over to Crier's room. I go, this seems a bit more than what we would expect, right?
Yes, this seems very clean, deliberately.
I show him the like marks on the window. I collected some of this crystal residue.
I recognize it immediately, right?
Yeah, you do.
That's Riftland crystal.
Do you want it?
I open it, I pull out a handkerchief and I open it. Drop it here.
I do it.
Fold it up very carefully, tie it shut with a piece of twine, and put it in my pocket. Never touch that sort of crystal with your bare hands.
Well, I know that much.
You were literally... You were just...
It was on my knife.
Okay, real player to player. Was it really on the knife? Because you didn't say that.
When I said I collected it, I just assumed I wouldn't use my hands.
Okay, because I was thinking. All right.
Yeah, I imagine that he
assumed
scooped.
it was not on my
I
hands.
imagined he scooped it up onto like the edge of a knife or something. Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
All right.
I would if I had assumed that he had left it open, that he just grabbed it with his hand, I probably would have been like, "Well, buddy, make a roll."
Justicar is back. Ignis is not.
Right? Ignis, I need you to switch back to Justicar, please. No.
All right. Well, as long as you're aware, just don't.
I know. As I go to pretend like I'm gonna go touch it. But yeah, I found that. I show him where I found it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, now I'm not very good at this investigator thing. Justicar had to like hire people, specialists. I put in quotes, specialists, to do the investigating thing because he wasn't good at it either. But this is what I found so far: scratches, crystal dust, and an immaculately clean room.
I'm definitely rolling an investigation check.
Make an investigation, my good sir.
This is the type of clean that usually happens when somebody's disappeared.
10.
10 total?
Yeah, that's with a +7 too, so.
Wow, I got higher than you with a +1.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the kind of stuff that, like, you get in with the wrong crowd, and then you typically owe money or something, and then you're just removed from existence. Not you personally, but every aspect of you, of where you've been, and the people who know you can no longer find you.
This, it seems wrong.
What do you mean?
Who
That's
would
my
make
family's
him-
business.
No. Oh. But then why would somebody make another person disappear like this instead of just, dumping them in a ditch somewhere?
Well, because usually that person is worth a lot more in an alternate location where nobody knows where or who they are, and usually they have to provide an income source of some sort unwillingly.
Huh.
Like if you were really good at, like, I don't know, arcane research or something, somebody might snatch you up and then take you to a forlorn location and force you to, make magic items or do nefarious things with magic. That kind of thing.
That's horrifying.
It's Tuesday.
That's twice as horrifying. All right.
Now you can see why I
The
don't like
concerning
my
part.
family.
The concerning part is the Riftborn crystal. That's a problem.
Well, I mean,
Did you
Jin
make
was a Riftborn.
Did you make a Arcana check on it?
No, it was the Rift crystal. I can though.
Make an Arcana check on it.
Ha.
Jin
I don't
and
know squad.
What'd you get?
Nat 1.
Oh boy. As you go to, like, open the small kerchief to, like, look at it again and just, like, really inspect it, some of it pours out onto your hand. And
Crud.
nothing happens.
Do you have something to tell me, Bramblefoot?
Bramblefoot is 100% blue screening at this moment.
Bramblefoot, are you a Riftborn creature? Unaffected by these crystals?
Make a history
You have to-
check, Bramblefoot.
You have to tell me if you are.
History. Nice. Ah, that's more like it. 21.
What is in your hand is so rare and so unsettling to your core that it was just gathered next to this mattress. You hold in your hand not a piece of Riftland corruption crystal. You hold a small humming chunk of a resonance crystal, a pure one.
We need to find Crier.
Well, first, you need to explain how you're able to touch the rift crystal stuff and not be turned into a rift thing.
It's not rift crystal, and here's the thing for you, Justicar. You know how you were telling me about how you know how to make people disappear and produce income?
Yes, I do. But
I
at
might
the
need
same
your
time,
help.
you did tell me that was rift crystal and not to
That was
touch it.
wrong.
And
It was wrong.
There is a small pause as this conversation continues. Our camera fades from our two players and shoots through the city into the small basement of a room within House Zedrin. Crier does not wake to pain. He wakes to stillness. The crystal in his chest no longer grows. It is smooth, faceted, perfect, humming softly like a breath held for too long. And a figure sits in the corner of the room, listening not to Crier, but to the room itself.
Easy. You're safe. The growth has stabilized. What's happening to you is rare. It's not corruption, not punishment.
This man stands and takes a small candle from a table, and as our camera focuses on the table for a split second, we see a variety of sharpened instruments and pliers and various tools. He grabs the candle and bends close to Crier. The light of the candlelight bends strangely around the crystal.
It's resonance. And this city has been singing for a long time.
Outside this room, our camera and our audience hears a bell ring softly once. Our camera begins to slowly come out of this room with Crier and the man. The door slowly, softly closes. And then our camera comes back to our two players.
all right, so what you're saying is the crystal that you said was rift crystal, you were wrong. I need to make sure that you remember that you were wrong.
Yes, I was wrong.
Yeah, just making sure. Yeah, magical thing you were wrong about. Yeah, your specialty. Great wizard.
It's easy to get distracted if you're not paying attention.
I'm just saying. But so you were wrong. It is actually not a rift crystal. It's this other type of crystal. And what does that crystal do?
In the hands of a skilled enough mage? A lot.
So kind of like copper. In a skilled enough blacksmith, it can do a lot, but basically
Well, yes.
said nothing.
If copper could be used to, I don't know, create or destroy cities.
I mean, it can. You know, copper can be money, copper can be weapons, copper can be components.
Let me put it this way. You give me 200 pounds of this crystal, and I can build you a city.
Well,
from the
you
ground
obviously-
up.
You obviously can't build a city with 200 pounds of material.
So
Yes, I can.
I want you to make another. I'm gonna say it's a combo skill roll. Arcana and history together, Bramblefoot. As you're like really trying to like focus in and remember every bit of lore that you can remember about these crystals.
I have +7 on both of those, so that's
a plus 14.
27.
Nice. There are two ways that a crystal such as this forms: through natural means and through artificial means. The one in your hand seems to be born from artificial means. It is colorless, faintly incandescent. It emits a slow harmonic hum when it is in the presence of strong emotion. If you are in the possession of a full resonant crystal, the bearer gains advantage once per day on anything that is tied to leadership, persuasion, command, or an ideological conflict. And when it's used in such ways, the crystal records that outcome. And it grows stronger as the user wields it. The reason these crystals are so dangerous and powerful is not because it works like regular magic. Regular magic, it shifts reality. What you're holding in your hand is the building blocks that writes the code itself.
With this, you don't just become the king. You can pretty much become a god.
Do you relay all of that lore to me?
No.
Okay. I go, okay, so what do you mean by you pretty much become a god?
You probably don't want to know. Just know that it's very powerful and very worth finding.
Well, if Cryer's gone missing over this,
Somebody's probably find out, yes.
which means, the more I know, the more I can lean on the criminal underworld to find whom
If
might have
you
taken him.
mention this in the presence of anyone who knows what it is, you will disappear into a very small hole and you will never be seen or heard from again. You don't mention it, you don't talk about it, you don't admit we're looking for it, just pretend it doesn't exist and you'll be safer.
Whoa. That means we gotta put Cryer out high and dry. We're not gonna do that.
Oh, no, we're going to go looking for him. Just don't tell people what we're looking for. Are you kidding me?
Obviously not, but if I know more about the thing that we're dealing with, then I'll know the people who might be involved in this. If we're talking
Let me ask you a question. Is there a single faction in the entire city who would desire to control the entire city?
Yeah, all of them, including the
Then
Queen
all of
and
them
the
want
Maestro.
these crystals.
The both of you are in the middle of this argument when you hear footsteps that are trying to be quiet but aren't, as
Oh, crap.
you hear the shifting of metal on metal and other various sounds that give you the clue and the hint. Armored people are on their way to the room that you guys are in.
Let's go now.
All right, I got this. I do the backwards handstand. I will spook them away.
Why is it such a shame that this might actually work?
Well, because nobody's expecting it. And then if it doesn't work, I'll just darkness us and we can get out.
The door swings open, and
Just
As soon as the
brief
door
note,
swings open,
bef-
I dart towards them, making the grudge sound.
Before the door opens, I've rewrapped the crystal and pocketed as quickly as I can.
all right. Sleight of hand check from Bramblefoot. Ignis, I need you to make an intimidate plus performance check. Combo skill.
All right, so one dice roll both skills.
Yes. Combo skill.
Oh my
15.
gosh.
18 from Bramblefoot.
15.
15. Okay, easily enough. You get that put away.
And you said intimidation and performance?
Yes.
Okay, so that is, let's see, 27.
27. He comes in, and before he like looks up and his eyes meet you, he's like midway through a sentence of like, "All right, listen here, Mr. Bell, you've got to be coming. Oh, I see it's your friends. You lot been causing trouble. Crier's with the magistrate for his own good if he's knowing what he's up to. No move. What's wrong with it? No! He like immediately runs out of the room and he shoves two of his underlings in. And you just see two guards backing away with spears up, like the butt of their spears pointed at you, not the sharp end, but they're just like, get back, demon! Back, I say!
Are they in the hallway?
No.
Or are they in the room with me?
They are like in the first like steps of the door of the room.
I like as I'm running towards them, and they say back, demon, I just stop and then do the thing where like one arm goes over the body and like rights itself, and I look up at them. And then immediately charge after them.
You don't pay us enough, Holden! And they like rush out of the room, and you hear all of these guardsmen begin to scream and cackle and run away.
And then like I hop up on my feet and I like do the like crouched like weird goblin thing, and I'm like, yes. Walk back in the room. All right, Bramblefoot, sorry you had to see that.
Bramblefoot is looking at you and shaking his head. No.
What are you talking about? I was given a weapon of mass intimidation. I am fear.
I have never so doubted the judgment of Santa Claus before.
Wait, if I can get one of these resonance crystals and become a god, I can become the god of fear.
It was more being hypothetical and allegorical, and no, I'll kill you first. Like, not even a question. I will mount your head on a board before I let that happen. And it's not anything against you. I'm okay with you. I'm not living in a world where there's a god like that. That's not allowed.
You also hear from down below the muffled cries of Sergeant Halden. You hear him go, "What a mess! The city will file reports!"
I rush to whatever window I hear him from, and I stick my head out of the window sideways. I just do like that praying mantis, like move your head around thing.
Oh my goodness.
You will rue the day.
You will rue the day that you almost caught.
So the resonance crystal, really powerful, really awesome stuff.
More like really horrible, really terrifying stuff.
I mean, tomato, potato, it's all the same thing.
Not even remotely.
I
mean,
make an insight check, the both of you. And go ahead and still banter. Didn't mean to interrupt that, sorry.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, absolutely not.
I gotta settle.
Okay.
I go, well, okay, so you say it's expensive, you say it's powerful, you say a lot of people want it, which means everybody's gonna want it, which means now we've not narrowed down who potentially took Crier, or in fact we've taken the amount of people and added to it.
By an order of magnitude or 3, yes.
But here's the big thing. How many people, and I gesture to the room, are this professional?
your family.
So, Bramblefoot, a better way to explain this. The resonance crystal is crystallized potential itself. It's the compression of repeated intent, belief, and narrative pressure into physical form. It's where the world learns a pattern and refuses to forget it. And resonance crystals teaches reality how to behave, rather than the magic bending reality to one's will.
Horrifying.
But
also has a lot of potential.
I go, see, it's not so much that my family knows how to do this, as much as my family knows the people to hire to do this. See, we have to find the next link in the chain. Well, the first link in the chain, which is the cleaner, the guy who comes in and cleans all of it. There should only be, how big of a city is Lucio?
It's the largest city in the Machy Vale.
Yeah, rough population.
Okay. If I
It doesn't have to be.
No, I've got the exact number.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just saying something that Ignis would know, like a roundabout number.
Okay. Okay, maybe I don't actually have the exact number. I thought I did. Huh. Yeah, I guess I don't have the exact number. Yeah, you're looking at a city of, especially within the first age, you're looking at like 400 to 500,000 people within this city.
I go, okay, so we got like 500,000 people in the city. So the amount of reasonably good cleaners there are, substantial. The amount of this level of cleaners there are, substantially less. Maybe like a dozen, maybe 15 really solid cleaners like this. I go to put my arm around Bramblefoot, realize he's, like 2 foot shorter than me, and so my arm's just in the air, and I go, so we have to go into the criminal underbelly. Are you prepared for this? I look over and then look down.
Absolutely not.
Well,
Let's do it.
all right, you're gonna have to trust me on this one, though.
Absolutely not.
What? We're going into my specialty.
That's terrifying.
Look, my father was not a good man, but he wanted me to take in the family business, so I know a couple things. So,
Are you guys headed into the city to pick up the trail?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, no, actually, first things first, we're gonna stop by my girlfriend's place. Come on. Be easy to isolate the people who we can reasonably trust and find out what they know.
All right.
It seems like a risk, but all right.
So you begin heading to the Noble District.
Yes.
All right. You do have to pass through the marketplace first. So as you both are moving through the marketplace, I would like you to make perception checks.
I got a 13.
9.
All right. Bramblefoot, I think you're still in shock and awe at the you found the trail of something you didn't think would happen in your lifetime.
Yeah.
So you're still kind of in the shock of that. Ignis.
Yep.
Near the edge of the market district, moving towards the slums, you see two regal-clad guardsmen with the Veilheart crest. And you hear one of them mention something about unstable artifacts.
Nope. We're working on Crier. We're not stealing things. What do you know about unstable artifacts? I say to Bramblefoot.
They'll have to be a lot more precise than that. That covers a very broad range of available options, but basically they're an artifact that's unstable. Might be likely to explode, might not work right. Some of them actually exist partly out of this phase of reality. Magical experimentations.
Okay, let me try to bring you back into track. We're searching for Crier. Crier has something to do with unnamed Chemical X. Can Chemical X be used to stabilize unstable artifacts?
It could, but what a weak use of it.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking. When it comes right down to it, you could, but why not just make a new artifact with it?
Look, I'm not fielding the idea that we should.
Better yet, Bramblefoot, why not just write the rules of a sect of artifacts?
I'm definitely not saying that.
Okay, so look, I just overheard something. I wanted to see if it was in relation to Crier. It's not, so let's go. Valor hearts are clean. Clean-ish.
As you pass by a very familiar stall, you notice the Caravan of Donovan's stall. A individual seems to be asking a question of Donovan at the stall. And this individual wears a silk cloak.
Ooh. Any emblems? Sigils?
Make a perception check.
$11.
You do not notice any iconography or sigils on the outside of the cloak or any distinguishing marks.
I take Bramblefoot to get a little bit closer and oh, Donovan!
Oh,
Then
Ignis, fine master scout. What are you doing here?
oh, just taking a stroll, getting ready to go see some important people, you know.
As you both approach, this individual in the silk cloak leaves quickly and disappears into the crowd.
I stick my hand out to him. Sir, you have a really nice cloak. I was just going to ask you, who's your tailor?
And he's gone.
Any idea who that was?
Oh, no, he came by asking some might weird questions. Say, you wouldn't happen to have misplaced anyone in your troop, right? I seem to recall more of you.
Oh yeah, Owen's busy doing some Owen things, putting stuff together, taking stuff apart. The tavern is not happy with him.
Right.
But what kind of questions was he asking?
Nothing important. Don't mind that. Any chance of setting out any time soon, Master Ignis, Bramblefoot? Any journeys you wish to take?
I walk up. I put my arm around him and go, Donovan. You seem nervous. You seem tense. What do you know?
Don't worry about it, Master Ignis, please. Just...
And he, like, leans in to the, like, arm over his shoulder. And he just says,
just mind your head. Lots of folk are asking about you a lot.
You want to expand upon that? Like, are
and
they
then
trying to find out
he,
if I'm
like,
single or
leans
taken?
away from your, like, embrace and goes,
Ha 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 ha! That's a mighty fine jest there, Master Ignis. You best be off and enjoy the rest of your day.
he starts waving you guys.
I flick him a silver.
Much obliged there, Master Ignis. I'll save you a spot on the next caravan for sure.
Please do. All right, remember, we're off.
Where to?
Well, we're back to square one. Back to the girlfriend's place.
I don't think
You know,
that's a good idea.
The archmage. Well, no. Look, you gotta trust me on this.
I don't trust
don't have
you.
a-
I don't trust her.
Trust me about trusting her. This is easy.
I don't trust you either.
I mean, I can just yell out to see who knows about this real quick.
I mean, yeah, that's a very quick way to die.
Right. Or we can go ask. Well, here, come on. I will show you the methods. There's a method to my madness, and it works really well. Take notes. The
Do I
teacher's
have
in.
to?
Well, you're about to learn grade A stuff here. And we continue on.
As you continue on, you come to the archway that leads into the noble district. The two normal guards, who are typically stationed here, have been replaced, and you see two high-ranking members of House Veilheart standing guard. One of them is Commander Tyron.
Commander, it's lovely to see you. I've heard good things about your house. Things are going well for you guys from what I've heard.
You look at a man in a gray tabard. He's got broad shoulders, and he says,
We'll not let this chaos spread. Turn him over to us for safe containment, and this house will cordon the area off and keep the people from panic.
Owen's at the tavern. I don't know what he.
You know of whom I speak.
Look, unless you say the name of whom you're trying to talk about, you could be talking about my father, my brothers, my cousins. You could be talking about a lot of people.
he slams his sword down on the ground and yells out,
Zedran scum! Enough of your secrets! You don't know what you're messing with!
Well, from what I've heard, from what I've heard, the Valor Hearts here have a lot of unstable artifacts. Apparently, you guys don't know what you're dealing with. Now, we can all talk about secrets, or we can realize your house has their secrets, my house has their secrets, and unless you tell me what you're looking for, which I'm obliged to help out because, you know, I don't like my family that much. Yeah, gotta give me something to go on. Who are you looking for?
Give us the resonance matrix.
Now we're gonna have a problem because I don't even know what that means. What is a resonance matrix?
You see that same silk cloak individual kind of slip past you.
Hey, you're Taylor. I need to know who
A
you're Taylor. That is a
tall,
lovely
shadowed
cloak.
figure steps out of an alleyway nearby, and he just says,
Don't tell them anything. Information moves faster than blades. We can offer you leads that will find him before the noise does, in exchange for protection and a small service.
Are they talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, he whispers that as he, like, goes in between you and the House of Aleheart commander.
Oh. Yeah, and it's the guy with the silk cloak that I'm interested in?
Yes.
As he says that, I go, uh-huh. I need to know who your tailor is. Hopefully he understands what that means. The tailor for the cloak. Please.
he like just gives you a weird head motion to the side, like motioning for you guys to like step into the alley while he begins talking to the House of Aleheart individuals.
Step into the alleyway.
As you step into the alleyway, on the other end of the alleyway, you see a cloaked individual who, upon seeing you enter the alleyway, begins to rush up to you with almost a like panicked step.
I hold up my hand. I go, Bob, it's lovely to see you.
The hood comes back a little bit, and you see the facial features of Sybil.
I walk up. I give her a hug, and I'm like, Bob, it's wonderful to see you. Making sure nobody from behind me can see who it is.
She hands like her hands are trembling around this book that is wrapped in oilcloth, and as she's like shaking a little bit, she looks up at you, Ignis, and just goes, "If this is truly a resonance forming, we cannot let it be corrupted by ambition. I will let you contain and stabilize it, but I will not let this be weaponized. You understand me, yes, Ignis?"
I understand. I understand, Bob. It's been a rough little while. However, I need to know. I forgot. Who is your maid, your cleaner?
My cleaner?
I do the. Yeah, you know, like whenever you have really tough stains that you don't want people to see, and so you need them removed, so you have somebody remove the stains.
I
get down close to her ear, and I whisper in her ear, I go, who do you go to take care of problems that you don't need people to see?
You know your father's house better than us, is her response.
Right, but everybody, all of the nobles have their cleaners. I need to know who took our guy. And in order to do that, I need to go to the people who do that kind of thing.
Yeah. We all make deals with the House Zedrin for that kind of work. That's what they specialize in. You should know that.
I do, but normally they outsource a lot of the things so that their hands aren't the ones that are, dirty. I just assumed everybody else also outsourced some of their problems. Okay, well, thank you. I will have to talk to Mary about definitely coming over to the tavern in order to clean up some of the messes that we've had in there. Woo, it's rough. Be safe.
Just
I got this. I got this.
okay.
2 thumbs up. I'm like, you should probably disappear before somebody finds you.
She slowly begins to back away out the other side of the alley.
I turn to Bramblefoot and I go, we have a problem. We have a big problem.
Hey, Icy Pants, thank you. Thank you for showing up. Hello.
Bramblefoot, are you
It's
there?
your house.
Yeah, it's my house, and that's kind of a problem. It's a bit of a problem.
All
So
right,
this is
then.
going to be fun.
Why do I get the feeling you mean that it's going to be anything but fun?
Big hearts.
Well, because I figured everybody, all of the other nobles, had their own individual groups, and this was like some sort of like, mad dash to find out who did what. Turns out, no, that is not it. I put a lot of faith in the nobles, and that is
Yeah, I tried to
not.
avoid doing that.
I mean, I put faith in the fact that they would be self-serving, and they are not. So let us go say hello to Daddy Dearest. And by say hello, we're going to disappear and sneak in and try and find it.
As you kind of like break out of the alleyway to find a different path into the noble district, you come out into kind of a candlelit square. All of the light from the candles begin to warp and change. And then you just hear an old woman say,
Oh, it's like someone drawing a finger across the air.
and then all the townsfolk in that town square look to the warped light that she's pointing out. Every single one of their attention is fixated on this. They all turn lockstep in unison and then begin to follow this light, as if pulled by something that none of you can see. And that is where we're going to end our session for today. I want to say thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking around. There's more to come, of course, but we need to get our other 2 players back for those sessions. We did as much as I'm comfortable getting into without half of the party. So I want to say thank you all for showing up and enjoying the Christmas one-shot that we recorded earlier. Thank you for sticking around for this kind of free-flowy episode of the Six Sword Saga. It's a lot shorter than our other episodes, than most. But again, I just want to say thank you all so much. It's a huge blessing to be able to DM this show, to be able to tell this story on this platform. Like, I've been telling this story for 9 years. It's going to be 10 years in April, and it just means a lot to me, and I thank you all so much for showing up for that. But you know me, I got my 3 questions, all right? And you can get your 3 questions shirt over on the Bonfire store. What was good? What was bad? What needs improvement? Ignis.
Good was definitely set a like a sense of urgency, as well as allowing like just the free flow of like, a 14-year-old definitely boasting about things he barely knows anything at all about.
Yes.
To a elderly gnome which is, or you are a gnome, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, to an elderly
Or
gnome,
a
you should
halfling.
know
Actually,
better.
it might be a halfling.
I thought,
Anyway, one of the
No, I'm a gnome.
long-lived
I'm a gnome.
species.
yeah, I thought your previous character was the halfling.
Yeah.
Sad
Yeah,
face, he passed. But
But
yeah,
yeah, and so like really good vibes there. Like just just being able to handle the chaos and also set the pacing in a really nice way.
thank you.
Beyond that, the needs improvement thing. So far, I don't think there was really much that needed to be improved on because it was very much a solidly, you rolled with the punches and then you set the pacing and you didn't allow it to get too bogged down with, me and Bramblefoot, having the chats.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
pacing
wanted there to
moved.
be enough time for banter still. I know it's better with more people in the party playing off of each other, but I still wanted to give you guys a little bit of that time without it just being like, it's just them talking now. Right?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, I would say there wasn't anything bad. It all flowed really smooth. So
Sweet.
you did an excellent job.
All right. Bramblefoot, what was good? What was bad? What needs improvement?
I'm really enjoying how much you're setting the stakes. I just really wish we could get to the stakes. That's the one thing for me. Overall, though, it's just things are getting set up, things are getting primed, and I'm ready for things to kick off. And that's the only thing that I think needs improvement, and that's just a matter of time.
Yeah, you see the powder keg that I'm building.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, no, wait, I've got more barrels.
I love me to smell of gunpowder in the morning, but I love it better when we light the match.
Yeah. DM is I imagine this arc in particular, I feel like that orc that ran the torch into the Helm's Deep bombs because I just there's a lot coming and I just feel like, yeah, soon this powder keg's about to light. There's a lot of stuff going on in this city, and there has to be a reason why there's not a noble faction in the first cycle. There has to be a reason why none of these noble houses make it into the next age. All right, we gotta figure that out, right? So,
no, maybe they're just all like Ignis.
Ignis is the noble faction in the first stage.
Lol. Oh,
look at me, I am the noble now.
I'm the noble now. I'm the noble now. No, again, ladies and gentlemen, it was such a blessing to have all of you here. I hope you were just as blessed. Huge shout out to everybody who stopped by and makes it special. You guys are a real treat and everything. So, and no matter what happens with these characters and this storyline, don't worry too much, ladies and gentlemen, because they're just have become permanently entrapped within the simulation.